Hello there, watchy people. How's it going? Welcome along to this little update video on RoadCraft. Because yeah, they've dropped their patch. Is it 2? Second patch, or is it the first patch? I can't remember.
Patch 2.0.
Patch 2.0. There you go. As you can hear, I am joined by Luke over there in.
Oh, sorry. Was I meant to be talking?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, we got some new stuff, so we're just going to do like a quick overview. Well, who knows how quick it will be, we'll see. We're going to have a chat about the new stuff in the game, basically. So, yeah, first and foremost, the patch says they've added photo mode, and you can enter photo mode through the pause menu. So I press pause, and photo mode down the bottom left is greyed out. And if I press it, it does nothing. So, they've added a button for photo mode, but photo mode doesn't work, which I'm pretty annoyed about, because we set this up, and I'm thinking, look, now with the sun out again, I took the screenshot with the sun out. Can you imagine how awesome that shot would have been with everything behind that row of 4 trucks, like soft focus, all a bit blurry and stuff? Like, this would have been an epic thumbnail shot, but yeah, it doesn't work because photo mode. So yeah, excuses made for bad thumbnails. There you go.
It may get patched pretty quick though.
Yeah, I imagine they will do. If you watch, well, to be honest, I think we've got 2 or 3 weeks worth of these videos queued up already, so it's going to be about a month before you start seeing these changes in the series.
We have too much fun playing it, don't we?
We do. We record loads of it in one go because we just want to play it. So yeah, but eventually you'll see it in there if it's been patched by the time we play next. So yeah, 4 new trucks. We have, from left to right, the SAR Nota Allegro, the SAR Step 39331 Pike, the SAR Mule T1, and the TUZ 119 Lynx with trailer. I'm assuming, I've made a bold assumption that SAR means search and rescue, because with, I think, no exceptions actually, I think they've all got, did you say all of them have stronger winches?
Stronger winches than the Scouts, yes.
Yeah, so these things are geared up towards pulling your other vehicles out of trouble when you get stuck or whatever.
And I believe at least a couple of them also have the scanner.
Yes.
So you can use it as a Scout as well.
So yeah, you can use it as a Scout. So yeah, either search and rescue or scout and rescue, I guess either works. But yeah, I'm currently in the Invictus because they've added new noise to this, new engine noise apparently, or they've changed it in some way. So I'm just gonna have a quick spin around and get away from all those other engines running. Actually,
yes, we didn't work out how to turn them off, did we?
Yeah, that's right. I was just going to say that we can actually turn it off now, but have a listen to that engine sound. You know what? I'm not sure I can tell the difference at all. But I'm notorious for not noticing the difference between things, so hopefully you guys can hear something in there. But yeah, that's cool. The Invictus has some changed noise, and yeah, you can now turn engines off. So if I zoom the camera in nice and close, if I put the brake on and then you press and hold the brake button, and the engine turns off. Look at that, how beautiful. So let's have a look at the Nota Allegro. Yeah.
So that one there, to put it in perspective, the Invictus you were just driving has a 22-meter winch that can pull a maximum of 5 tons.
Okay.
The Nota Allegro also has a 22-meter winch, but it can pull 6 tons.
Oh, okay, so an extra ton on there. That's good.
Yep.
By the way,
and I did notice when I was driving it was rather light-footed, so
right.
See how you go with it.
Okay, cool. I'm relying on Luke for all the statistics and stuff here. I know nothing about these things, whereas he's not only got a bit more memory than me, but he is also looking up the details whilst whilst we have a drive.
Yeah, I'm just sat in the shop. I don't know. I can't remember any of this.
You still, I mean, when you were telling me about the update earlier, you knew way more of it was in your head than is in mine now. So yeah, this is a funky little thing. It seems to take the terrain quite well, the mud and everything.
We were worried about this one
Yeah.
coming because we know how bad it is when it's on the AI.
Yeah, if any of you have done the
delivery
mission where you have to path the AI between, where is it on the map?
It's to the castle.
Yeah, it's up to Landvecken Castle. There you go. It's this route
Go on.
here
Yep.
that goes down to, where does it come from? Ah, the steel pipes facility. So yeah, that route there is a nightmare because the van doesn't have, the AI version of the van doesn't have diff locks or any of those kinds of things. So, oh look, it's raining again. How nice. I looked at the thing, and Luke had to correct me because I thought it had said that they had reduced rainfall in all locations, but actually, how did you say it was worded in all?
I'll just double check it. My understanding was it in some locations. So to me,
Right.
that means on Sandswept, like the desert maps. That
Yeah,
will
places
rain
where it
less.
doesn't make any sense to have rain. But it is a bit too frequent here for me in my mind. But hey, what do I know? So yeah, this thing is pretty good. So I can test the winch if you want. Will it pull the Invictus around? Yep, quite happily.
Nice.
Even sideways where
How's-
the wheels are digging in. So that's
And the
cool.
handbrake's pretty decent because that's the problem with a lot of them is they have a decent winch but not a decent handbrake.
Right.
So is that it can hold on the handbrake while you winch?
Let's have a look. Let's try again. That way. Right. Handbrake is on, and then pulling the winch. Yeah, it's static.
Nice.
That's
good.
very cool. I think the handbrake was off on the Invictus though, by the looks of it. Unless it auto removes it when you start winching it. Who knows?
No, it doesn't. But one thing I have found, one thing, if you jump between vehicles using the quick change,
It now
it
puts
will
it on.
automatically put on the handbrake.
Right.
However, if you use the map to switch between them, it'll leave it off. So if you've got a vehicle stuck that you need to winch out, go to the map and change to your other vehicle and hook the winch
Okay.
on. Otherwise, if you do the quick change thing, you will put the handbrake on and make it that much harder for you.
Awesome. So this is the step or the pike.
Mm-hmm.
This is quite cool. I still want the ability to manually control my beacons, although I don't. They are on. They're just not having a great effect. I want the beacons to be a lot brighter. Come on, Saber and Focus, get that done for me. I want farm sim quality beacons.
Now, the good thing about this,
Yeah,
not only is it 6-wheel drive, but it has a 7-ton winch.
6-wheel drive. That's clever with 4 wheels.
Which one are you in? You in the step? Oh, no, you're in the mule.
I'm in the mule then.
still got-
Ah, okay. They weren't parked the way around we thought they were then.
Okay. So the mule and the SAR truck, it has an 8-ton winch.
Aha.
So it has a very heavy winch.
That's very useful.
And as most people who play the game would know, the mule is pretty good off-road anyway.
Awesome.
Now, it doesn't have a scanner either,
Right.
unfortunately. So you can't use it as a scout, but for a rescue vehicle, it's pretty much king of the hill, I would say.
Okay.
Except for maybe one you're about to get to at some point.
Well, when you put it on sideways on a gradient that's far too steep for it, it does roll, as you would expect. So.
Oh, okay.
And the little van is not strong enough to pull it back over again.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
there you go.
I'd say
We're
your next vehicle might be.
we're bringing you the questions that you all want answered. Right. So I'm in the Pike. Okay, I should have known. The name comes up when you get in it, and I totally didn't read it. So yes,
Okay,
this is the 6-wheel.
6-wheel drive and a 7-ton winch. So this should also
Nice.
be very good. However, to me, it looks very top heavy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't driven it much. Only drove it down here to get the photo, so you tell me.
Nice. Well, that
But they all have a 22-meter winch. Just this one isn't 7 ton.
right. That had no problem at all winching the mule off the top of the
Okay.
stone pile.
Right.
It doesn't have the ground clearance to get over the top of that though. Yeah, this does feel a lot more top heavy. I suspect if I drive sideways, this is gonna quite quickly roll over. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, that hung on way more than I thought it would.
So do you think it's less tippy than the mule?
I don't know. I think I was quite extreme with the mule, and I probably did it at speed as well. But yeah, that has not tipped at all. The center of gravity is very good on that.
Well, that might be an extremely useful vehicle then.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Because the normal pike is quite good, but you always get it hung up on the rails on the back.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
might be a really good rescue vehicle.
maybe this should be the thumbnail after all. Check photo mode. Nope, still doesn't work. It's pretty cool though. Ah, nice. All right, yeah, that's pretty good. And then last but not least, I keep trying to quick swap and I can't do it because I'm too far away. There we go. Is the links with
Now,
the trailer.
the one on the back, in case people haven't seen it yet, because you do get that
Yeah, it's
bit
late
later in the
game, isn't it? Yeah.
is just the normal Lynx Scout,
Yep.
which has a 22-meter winch length and a 6-ton, and can scan to 50 meters.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good Scout. It's probably your pick. It also has a snorkel,
Yep.
which makes it very, very good. Now, the 6-wheel drive also has a snorkel
Yep. I'm looking at
and a
that.
scanner and a 6-ton winch and a 24-meter winch. So it's slightly longer winch than all the others.
Okay. And the scanner, is that the same range or is it bigger?
No, it's 55 meters. It's bigger again.
Oh wow. That's going to be very useful then.
The interesting thing I've noticed about this is it doesn't actually have swivel axles. It doesn't have like universal joints in the axles like a normal 4-wheel drive was.
Ah,
It
yeah.
actually has solid axles, 3 rows of solid axles, and they pull the axle back and forth to turn it,
Yeah, you can actually see that as I turn.
which
That's-
is really cool. But your turning circle is rubbish.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, normally each wheel would turn independently, but as you can see, it's moving the entire axle round. That's craziness.
The traction and flotation on those is very good,
Yeah.
particularly the 4-wheel drive. We did notice driving the 6-wheel drive around, it can get a bit heavy and get a bit stuck.
Yeah, it gets bogged down more.
Probably because of the trailer, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And you can also show off the vehicle locking you have on as well, the trailer.
Oh yes, yeah, that's already on. So yeah, you can now strap your vehicles to the trailers, which is awesome. I'm noticing actually, I might be imagining it, but I think the wheels on the trailer version are slightly smaller.
Yes, I believe they are.
I might be imagining that.
Oh, you mean on the vehicle itself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not
if you
sure.
unsecure that vehicle, I can jump in it.
Yeah, that's a good
And we can
shout.
park them side
Right.
by side. if you like.
Right, so we want to toggle the ramp and unstrap the cargo. There you go.
'Cause I can't jump into it while it's secured, apparently.
No. This is a good thing, because if you remember SnowRunner physics, it was a bit of a nightmare when people
Oh,
were
and
in the
there's
vehicle.
something else I want to show you with that vehicle as well.
Yeah.
Regarding the winch.
Oh, okay.
You probably saw me talking about it on Discord earlier.
Oh, yes.
I
yeah.
do believe they are smaller.
Yeah. They're just not a lot, but
Not by much.
that's
but
actually, I mean, we say not a lot, but actually, that's probably a good 3 inches.
yeah.
Maybe more than that, actually, once they're on level ground.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to winch something onto that trailer, say you wanted to pick up some concrete or recycle some tires or whatever.
But
So let's assume I'm a piece of concrete.
yeah.
Winch me on the trailer.
There we go. Right, winching.
I'll steer. I won't drive.
That's
And
a
my
scan.
handbrake's off. but I'll steer.
There we are. Onto the trailer, and that's all she wrote.
Yep, that's a problem.
Yeah, the winch point is at the rear of the trailer, not the front. So
Which is good if you get stuck, because you can pull
yeah,
the trailer around, especially because it's a dolly trailer.
yeah, you want a connection point there, but not a winch point there necessarily.
Yeah. So I'll jump into a different vehicle, and then you try and load that now. Maybe trigger the ramp or something.
The top of the ramp. I mean, it kind of works.
But yeah, you can see that you think that vehicle would be the be all and end all, but it has its flaws, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I'm towing. It's on the trailer, and I'm towing it in the most very technical
And it's
sense
not going anywhere.
of the
I wonder if
term.
you could. Can you fix it? Can you?
No, it
lock
won't.
on?
It said cannot secure
Okay.
cargo. So it's quite amusing though.
Yeah. So it's very cool, but it has its limitations. Is all I'm
Yes,
saying.
it does. Right. Well, I figured that's the vehicles covered. In terms of driving, it's pretty cool. Like we're not doing like massive technical stuff or anything, but it's not getting bogged down in the mud, and I'm betting it'll quite happily climb this big old sand dune.
Even with the other one hanging off the back of
Yeah, although it's not going to like this bit.
it.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, that's kind of stuck there now.
There was one other vehicle I was thinking we should talk about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, yeah,
Was
you've
this
got that
other one that I brought over? Sorry, if you're done with those.
Yeah,
four new ones.
I think we're done there.
This one, a couple of other people have bought this one. I hadn't bought it yet, but apparently they were very disappointed with it.
Yeah, William bought that one and said it was basically useless.
Because it couldn't do sand flattening.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's very handy as you can put stuff in it. It doesn't have a crane, but couldn't use it for sand flattening. So all you could do is just push stuff around, which is good.
Yeah.
Be good for clearing the path. On a
Yeah,
couple
getting
of
the
things.
boulders off the roads and stuff.
It now has sand flattening.
Nice. So it's actually going to be helpful now. Would you
Actually
still
useful.
say, because there's another, what's the other large, there's a tracked vehicle, isn't there, with a blade on?
Yes, there is.
How
which
do you think-
unlock a bit later on.
How do you think
and
it
it's still my
compares?
choice.
Yeah, you think it's still better than that?
Yes, but you can't cart anything on it. See, that one has the advantage to put something in the back.
Right.
But yeah, I can bring down the Vostok.
I think it's fairly unlikely, though, that you're going to want to create a road at the same time as carrying a cargo.
Yeah, like they'd have their place,
Yeah.
but it would be like you'd use it once or twice in the whole game. I would assume.
So yeah, this one
No,
can now do
I got
grading.
the rusty Vostok. I accidentally brought the rusty one as opposed to the flashy one, but anyway, you'll get the idea.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I can't reach the Invictus from here.
And you might enjoy driving around the standard links as well, Rob, because I don't think you've tried that, have you?
I think I briefly tried it on our stream. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, did you? You might not. Did you have it at that point? I tried a couple of vehicles. I can't remember which ones it was.
I
though.
had that one. I don't think I had the Malamute, which I've left up at the
Yeah.
garage in case you wanted to try it, but I didn't know how long you wanted the video to get.
Yeah. It's all good.
But this is still my pick for sand flattening,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, that thing looks much more appropriate.
That's sand flattening, and then that is asphalt destruction, which is very violent. You'll rip up roads very quickly by
Wow.
accident.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So what?
And because it's tracked, you might notice it's the same model as the cable layer.
Oh. Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
very hard to stop it.
That makes sense. Awesome. Width-wise, do you reckon the blades are any different in size between that and the truck?
I don't know. It's a lot bigger than the Dozer,
Hmm.
but we can park them next to each other and find out. I imagine this is still wider.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Dozer? We're over there. Thanks.
Yeah, it does
Oh,
look.
that is
It
pretty wide on that.
already looks wider.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's massively.
So yeah, pretty conclusively, it's definitely better to have the one that you're in. I would have thought.
And you will get one for free at a later map, so you don't
Cool.
even have to buy it.
Yeah. Although it's probably worth buying the fresh version.
Yeah, you do get a bit better on some stuff.
Nice. Okay, well that's all the vehicles then. The only other thing they've really changed in gameplay terms, is you can now place a marker. You used to have to. You click right stick and it's there. You used to have to press and hold, I think. No, I think the wheel came up. So if you, I can't delete them now. If you hold it down, there we go. You now get what you used to get. So they've just sped up the process basically. You can choose the icon and the color the old way, whereas now if you just click once, it just does a flag quickly, which is really handy. I think it's a much better way of doing it now, so you can show people very quickly what you're talking about. But yeah, that's it. And I'm just looking actually where I said about the decreased rainfall. It does say in all locations.
Okay, so I did have it. I did
Yeah.
it wrong.
So, but the experience of being in this map so far, it's rained I think 3 times since we started, which was about 40 minutes ago. So when they say they've decreased it, it ain't by much, I don't think. But yeah, it might be different based on different locations. So yeah, I think experience will vary on that depending on what map you're in and so forth. That's probably the way they've done it. Other than that, it's just the settings really. So if we go into the settings, they have on the video tab, you now have some extra options in under the upscaling, right?
Yes, you can have, if you have an Intel card, you can use XeSS.
Yeah, there it is.
Which will give you a slightly better result than the FSR options.
Cool.
And there is also FrameGen. It said it had it before, but apparently it didn't work.
Yeah.
So you can now have FrameGen options, which will work even if your card doesn't naturally support it. So if you have like a 10 series gigabyte card, which doesn't have the AI in brackets upscaling or whatever, it can do it all for you in the game. That's very cool.
Yeah, there you go. This stuff's all a little above my head. I don't really worry about this stuff normally, but so all these settings. Well, I think I turned on DLSS because you said to, and I've turned on frame generation because you said to. So.
Only if you want to try it. I don't think you'll need it with your system.
Right, okay. But yeah, everything else is on Ultra and it seems to be working. I'm on a 4070 Super, by the way.
They had ultra quality shadows in the settings now. It was before they only had high.
Yeah, I enabled that one as well, so we should have better quality shadows, if you can tell.
Which will also mean that as soon as you go inside, the mirrors will be automatically switched on.
Awesome.
So you'll actually get a proper view in your mirrors.
Okay. I think I'm in a truck that doesn't have mirrors. Oh, there's a mirror. Oh yeah, it's kind of... They've given it like a foil texture. I don't know if it's just this truck. Let's jump into something else. Let's have a look at this one. Ah, yeah.
Oh, this one works in the one I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know if you notice when you move around. I think it's supposed to be like dirt or something. But it's kind of a very foily texture to the reflection. If you move left and right. Yeah, I think it
looks pretty normal in this, but I don't know what I'm looking at.
All right, let me jump in that one and see.
Okay.
There
we go.
There we go. All right, I'm in.
Oh wow! In the bulldozer, it's a dome. Oh wow, that's really weird.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing on this. I think it's just dirt effects, really.
Okay.
It would have been nicer if they were just clean windows over. I can see why.
So there's a couple of other little changes they did. Like the fog of war no longer just immediately disappears. It now fades out, apparently.
It's also not a reflection of what's behind me.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently, one thing I was reading said that mirrors, if you do a lot inside,
Yeah.
it can use about a 9% drop in your frames if you have mirrors on. So if
Right.
you don't like the mirrors, or you're just leaving them because they're there, but you're
Yeah.
worried about your frame rate, you probably should turn them off.
That's such a weird. It's showing me treetops, and I'm clearly in like mud. That's so bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really know about the mirrors, but if they're working for
They've
you,
added a
then
lot of support for other steering wheels now, which weren't in before,
yeah,
so that might be handy to people.
yeah, that's cool.
Um,
Pretty much everything else is bug fixes,
Bug fixes,
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff, really. So not so relevant for most people. I'm sure there's a lot in there that's like great quality of life changes and so on, but
Yeah.
I don't think we'll delve too deep into those. That's the basic overview of everything that they've done anyway, or the major things that they've done. Let's say. So yeah, there you go. Patch 2.0. Download it. Let me know what you think of it. We were surprised how early it was. Actually, we thought before like getting new vehicles and stuff, I thought that was going to be definitely. We were thinking October, November time, weren't we?
Well, I think there was on the cards for October for the next patch, but I
Yeah.
believe that's the one with
The new map.
the 2 new maps.
Yeah.
So I just assumed that all this was coming at the
Would be
same
at the
time.
same time,
but,
yeah. It would make sense.
as it turns out, maybe not.
Yeah. So I don't know. Presumably these vehicles are they available for the I forget what the edition was called.
Rebuild edition
The rebuild
is still
edition.
the same. However, you can now buy the extra vehicles that were in the DLC separately.
Yeah.
If you missed out on the rebuild edition, or you didn't
Yeah.
buy it for whatever reason.
So I guess the question was, I'm wondering whether these new vehicles are available to the base game people.
I believe so, because if you go to the garage, the DLC ones come up with
Yeah, they've got a mark on them, haven't they?
yeah, and these ones don't. So
Cool. So these should be available for you. Awesome. Right. Well, that's going to do it. We're going to leave it there. Thank you very much. I hope that's been helpful for you. And yeah, don't forget we got a video series on this currently. I think I'm doing them Wednesdays and Saturdays. We'll see how that goes. That schedule's always liable to change. And we also have a stream version as well, where they're both on different playthroughs. So if you watch one and not the other, you don't miss out on anything. So yeah, look those up on my channel, and yeah, we'll hopefully see you in one of them. Bye!